Assalamu alaikum. We have a few things to discuss today, and then we're going to move on to discuss the syllabus of the course, what we are going to actually study in this course, okay? So first of all, we need to determine the schedule of weekly lectures. Right now, we have two lectures, one on Sunday and one on Tuesday. Both of them start at 6:30, okay? And basically, we can change that if you want, because usually the master students, because they don't want to basically have lectures every day, basically, they like to keep the courses, basically, each course is basically assigned to one day. So some people actually prefer to have both lectures on one day, okay? For me, I have no preference. So basically, if you want to let me know, basically each of you can tell me your opinion, and basically, let me just write it down for you so that you can. Basically, we have either same schedule. We're talking about Sunday and Tuesday, starting 6:30 to 7:50. Or we can have one day for both, and you let me know which day is preferred for you. Let me see if you have. I prefer if you can actually, instead of sending a chat message, it's better to basically speak, because basically when I'm on the presentation mode, I can't look at the chat board. So basically, if you have any comment, just speak up, okay?
I think, let me speak, Doctor. I think يوم واحد, one day, it's better for all of us.
Okay. Okay. Is that the same for everyone? Do you have any objection for any of you? Does anyone object to that?
No, it's totally fine. Yes, as my friend just said, يعني one day for 1 week, it's totally fine.
Okay.
We can combine, يعني.
Okay, that's fine. So which day is preferred for you? Which day is better to have this, this day for everyone?
Okay, any day, Sunday or Tuesday, both are the same for me.
Do you have any particular preference?
And for me, no. It's Sunday or Tuesday is fine.
So let's make it مثلا Sunday ابتداء. Let's make it Sunday مثلا.
Okay, so Sunday, starting at what time?
Doctor, may I suggest that we can make if we make a WhatsApp group, and then we can discuss and then finalize. It's totally okay. We can just finalize it now, but I mean, yeah, it's going to be much easier.
I tell you what, let's discuss now a tentative time for next week, and then you can discuss, and maybe if you want to change it before next week, we can change it. Okay.
Okay.
So it's better to have a tentative date and time, and then if you want to change it from now till next week, it's fine. You can do that. You can let me know. Yes.
So this week, Doctor, حيكون فقط هذه المحاضرة.
So Sunday is going to be. What time would you like to start? Would you like to start at 6:30 also and have both lectures from 6:30, or would you like to have it a little bit earlier?
For me, it's 5 p.m. is the best choice. بس مش عارف الناس اللي بيجوا من برا جدة ممكن هم صعبة مش عارف.
Actually, for this issue, actually we have this other issue that we are going to discuss, because this will actually, if you choose to have virtual lectures, then it's not going to be a problem for anybody. So how about 5 p.m.? 5 p.m. is okay with everybody?
5 p.m.
I think it's better to.
It's okay.
I have lecture on Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Which course?
Network, advanced network. Me and Mr. Mahmoud also.
Oh, okay. So basically, it's not possible to have it at 5. So 6:30 would be okay? Please, instead of sending messages, just speak up, because actually it's very difficult for me to read the chat messages. Let me just see the messages. Sunday, Monday, I have another lecture. So 6:30. Let's start at 6:30 for now, and if you want to change it, that's fine. Okay. If you want to change the day and have it at 5, it's fine by me as well. Okay, so for now, let's discuss, let's just agree as a tentative date and time for next week's lecture is going to be on Sunday starting at 6:30. Okay, we're going to have 2 lectures starting at 6:30.
The time will be double?
Yes, we are going to have 2 lectures. We have 2 lectures every week. So if you're going to come, so basically it's going to be from 6:30 to about 9, for example.
I have another lecture on Sunday.
At what time?
Start at 8 or maybe.
Okay, so basically this is going to be a problem. So Sunday is not going to work then. If you want to have one day, it's not going to be Sunday.
اتوقع انها تكون صعبه كلاس واحد في الاسبوع، لانه حتى انا عندي كلاس برضه الساعه 8.
لا، السؤال عند دكتور ماجد، اذا عند دكتور ماجد فالدكتور ماجد جدا فليكسبل، يعني ممكن برضه نكلمه نخليها 1 ويك اذا كان
لا
دكتور
لا، انا مع دكتور بلال قسم حاسبات انا.
So basically we have two students from computers. We have 2 students from computers. How about Monday? Do you have lectures on Monday? You are speaking about Monday or about Sunday?
بالنسبه للساندي، احنا بالنسبه للساندي عندنا كلاس.
That's fine. That's fine. Sunday I know. Okay, that's fine. But you have another one on Monday?
ايوه، Monday وWednesday و Monday من الساعه 8 للساعه 9:30.
How about Monday?
But Monday I have from 5. Monday is not going to work for me because I have from 5 to 9.
Which course?
حتى أنا.
Which course?
مع الدكتور عاصف والدكتور اللي هو الإيميجينج. Advanced imaging.
But you're going to change the... Okay, so for now, let's forget about this.
So what about Tuesday?
It's going to be the same problem because the students who have an issue on Sunday, they are going to have the same issue on Tuesday. Okay, so for now,
احنا نخلي زي ما احنا نفضل على نفس الموعد.
Yes, basically we're going to keep it like this until we find another agreement. Until if you find another arrangement with your instructors, then let me know. But for now, we're going to keep the same schedule. Okay.
But virtually, or we have to attend?
Yeah, this is actually what we're going to discuss next. This is the second item here. So for the first item, we already determined that's going to be the same schedule. Okay. So for the mode of lectures, would you prefer to have it as physical or attendance, or virtual or online? Which one is preferred for you?
بالنسبة لي
Doctor, because I'm from Yamba and it's far from Jeddah.
Yeah, that's fine. Basically, I was going to tell you that the lectures are not going to be basically affected by the online medium. So basically, it's going to be fine to have the lectures online. So it's not going to be actually any less, or there is nothing going to be missing actually if you take the lectures online. So basically, I think online should be okay. So basically, if all of you agree, so basically it's going to be virtual. So basically, we're going to continue actually as virtual. Okay. So basically, going to find a link on Blackboard every week. So basically, just use this link to join the lecture on Sunday and Tuesday at 6:30. Would that be okay?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So we're settled on both of these issues. These are very important issues, actually. And I hope for Reno, you can actually attend with us from afar. Reno is still away. You're probably going to be back on the 27th, right?
Yes, doctor. I prefer online lecture.
Okay, so basically you're going to be able to, you're not going to miss anything basically. Basically, you're just going to attend the lectures until you come back, and you're basically going to miss nothing, okay? Okay. So basically, what we're going to do this lecture, I'm not going to get into the course this time, but I just want to go, just let you know exactly the outline of what we're going to discuss. The title of this course is Health Information Management. It's 681. Basically, we have a few issues or a few topics to discuss. Basically, are all related to how the information is handled within any healthcare organization, basically. So we're going to talk, first of all, about the electronic health records. We're going to discuss hospital information systems. We're going to discuss them from the point of view of the standards that are used and the systems that are developed and employed in such systems. We're going to talk about such things as image data compression, data communication and transmission, security and protection of medical data in general. We're going to talk about picture archiving and communication system, or PACS. These are very widely used in radiological systems. We're going to talk about radiology information systems. We're going to talk about a little bit less about lab information systems. They are basically all the same way. Basically, HIS and RIS and LIS are very similar. And in general, we're going to talk about also image informatics and filmless hospitals, okay? Basically, there are a number of textbooks that I'm going to use. We're not going to cover all of them, but actually they are really useful because what we're going to do is to cover the essentials of each one of these topics from the best textbook that discusses this particular topic. So for example, the electronic health records is actually very uniquely discussed in this particular textbook. I haven't found any other textbook that talks about medical informatics that covers the electronic health records the way this textbook is actually doing. And it's a little bit not up to date, it's about 2011, but it's actually a very nice textbook. And then we're going to talk about PACS and medical imaging informatics, basically. This textbook actually is the one that I initially used, but actually is a new version of it. Some of the topics in the old version are better than the topics in the new version. So basically, there is a new version of this one, but we're going to basically rely on some of the parts of the older version. We're going to talk about also the PACS from another point of view, from another textbook, and also about the relationship between PACS and radiological information systems and imaging informatics from another textbook. And from this particular textbook, we're going to discuss the basics of networking. I'm going to refer you to some of the other courses that you might actually want to take, like, for example, the cybersecurity course that is offered by Cisco, okay? I'm going to cover most of the material that you're going to find in the Cisco course, and basically, you're going to be asked to just go and register for the Cisco course. It's for free, okay? You can register by your KAU account, your KAU email address, and you can get this course for free. You can get a certificate for free. You can get an exam, and if you pass this exam, you're going to get a Cisco certification in cybersecurity, which is really useful, okay? So this is going to be a part of the things that you're going to do in this course. Of course, we have two students from computers, and basically they are going to find these things a little bit easier than most of the biomedical students, but the parts that are related to the applications of information technology in healthcare is probably going to be a little bit new to them. Okay, so basically this course should be also interesting to them. Okay, so we have certain or a number of course learning outcomes. First of all, we have to identify the medical informatics needs of a healthcare facility. We need to know exactly, or basically be aware of what a healthcare facility would need for the information system, or the what kind of information systems or informatics needs they would require. We would like to also explain the implementation blocks of the electronic medical records and their functions. Electronic medical records, as we're going to see, basically imagine that you're going to see a doctor, And basically, in order for this doctor to diagnose your condition, he has to know exactly your medical history. And the medical history have to be accessible through the electronic medical records. Right now, it's accessible through electronic medical records. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, you would have to go to your old hospital and bring a file, like a paper file that has all your history, like scans, radiological scans, maybe prescriptions, maybe lab reports, things of that sort, things of that type, and basically take it physically to the new doctor so that he can actually flip through the material and know exactly what you have, okay? Or basically be able to diagnose your condition. Right now, it's not like this. There is an electronic medical record that is basically shared by your hospital with the other people, okay? So basically, if you are referred from this hospital to another doctor outside, basically he can get access to your electronic medical records, and basically you can actually get the complete information about your history so that when he makes a diagnosis, he doesn't miss anything, which is really very important. We're going to talk about application of medical informatics standards to medical informatics solutions. We're going to learn also that there is no such thing as a medical informatics package. You're not going to get like an Office or like MATLAB or whatever, like a pre-packaged software solution, and you just apply it anywhere you want. It's not like this at all. Basically, any medical informatics system is a solution, meaning that it's basically it's a number of modules, and they are customized for each location separately based on the requirements and the needs of this location, okay? And in order for this solution to be compatible with the existing systems and the outside world, and can communicate with the, for example, imaging systems, we can communicate with other health information systems elsewhere else, anywhere else, basically, it has to follow certain standards. We're going to talk about these standards. We're going to talk about the components, the functions, and implementation of practical medical informatics systems with examples in HIS, Hospital Information Systems, Radiological Information Systems, and Lab Information Systems. One of the things that we're going to spend a lot of time discussing is the PACS. Basically, we're going to also discuss the components and functions implementation of PACS. This is one of the very important medical informatics systems. We're going to explain the standards used in medical informatics with practical examples, and apply basic network administration skills to design, implement, and troubleshoot medical device and medical information systems and hospital networks. One of the things that I keep insisting for biomedical engineers to learn is networking. Right now, almost all medical devices are connected to the network, basically. Whenever you get a new ECG, a new patient monitor, or a new MRI system, whatever, it's going to be connected to the hospital network, okay? And some biomedical engineers actually forget that they have to learn how to connect, how to basically understand at least the basic of networking, so that when they connect the device to the network, they connect it properly. They want to have such things as IP conflicts. You don't want to have a problem with the, for example, if you don't have like a domain name server access problem or whatever, okay? You need to know exactly the basics of networking, how networks are constructed, how they can learn the new devices that are added to the network, how they can get the IP addresses, things of that sort. And basically be able to debug a problem. If you have a problem, if you have a connectivity problem, how to debug such problems, okay? And basically, we're going to talk also about the basic principles of cybersecurity with practical examples. This is one of the things that I'm going to basically explain to you and ask you to go and basically finish the course, or basically take the exam in the Cisco course website, so that you can actually get a very nice certificate, you know, basically certifying that you know this particular information, which is really nice for your CV, by the way, at least for biomedical engineers. So what we're going to discuss basically in terms of weeks, we're going to talk about electronic health records about 1.5 weeks. I usually like to have cybersecurity a little bit earlier. So it's most likely we're going to move the cybersecurity to after the electronic health records, because actually it's a very nice topic, and people are actually, it has application everywhere. So basically it's gonna change some of your practices with your own computer and your own network and things of that sort. So basically it's very useful. So probably I'm gonna move it a little bit earlier. Then we're going to talk about HIS, Hospital Information Systems, and subsets of them, subsets of the hospital information systems, the radiological and laboratory information systems. Then we're going to talk about picture archiving and communication systems. We're going to talk about telemedicine. We're going to talk about medical. Telemedicine, of course, is when you want to have, like what we do right now. Right now we have a virtual lecture, okay? Imagine that you're going to have a conference call between the hospital and a consultant somewhere else. Or if you want to send some cases to a particular expert somewhere else, so that you can get a confirmation of the diagnosis, for example. Okay, so basically this is kind of the application of telemedicine. Medical information standards are very important because if you want to exchange information between two different systems, imagine that you have basically two different programmers, and they are saving their data in different formats, and then they are asked to communicate to each other the information they have. It's going to be really difficult. The medical information standards or medical informatics standards basically work by making the communication between systems standardized. Okay, the way you ask for information is standardized. The way you receive information is standardized. The way you save images is standardized. Things of that sort. So basically, we're going to discuss a few of the standards. And in particular, Health Layer 7 and DICOM. These are the most important standards that are present today. So basically, we're going to discuss them. We're going to discuss them at different levels, actually, not just what they do. We're going to discuss some of them actually are open source, like basically you can get the complete standard for free, and it's community-based, basically. And the other one is not, basically. And basically, we're going to see the differences between these two. We're going to talk about the networking. As I said before, this is a very important topic for any biomedical engineer. It's important. It's not like a luxury anymore, because most of the devices right now are networked inside the hospital. So we need to understand how this networking works and know exactly how to debug, how to basically, if you want to connect a new device, how to check on connectivity, things of that sort. You have to actually have these kinds of skills. These are really simple. And basically, I'm just going to show you how to do them. And basically, you'll be surprised how, how late you knew them. You basically should have known these, much earlier than this course. The cybersecurity, as we said, we're probably going to take it as the second topic or something like that. Depending on the time we have, we're going to spend some time on artificial intelligence in medicine. The expert systems applied to medical diagnosis, for example. Okay. So basically, I'm going to show you some examples. We're going to build a sample system that uses artificial intelligence in diagnosis. And basically, I'm going to show you with real data, okay, in a particular diagnostic problem like mammography or some of these things, so that you get a hands-on experience about this topic. Because sometimes when you hear about artificial intelligence, you imagine that you can do everything with artificial intelligence. It's not like that, basically. So basically, we're going to have an example and basically discuss its limitations. And basically, you're going to get the chance of basically trying these limitations yourself. You try, when I tell you this limitation, you're going to be able to see it yourself so that you understand. When you see another system, you would know exactly what kind of limitation you may have in that system. So this is very important. And the applications are going to be scattered, basically within these topics, basically. So basically, the applications are likely not going to be the end. Basically, they are going to be scattered in each one of these topics. So whenever we discuss a particular topic, we're going to have applications, practical applications for this topic. Okay. So for this course, we're going to have it. Basically, I'm going to make it like a standard course. I'm not going to make it as a project course. because basically some of the topics are, basically you need to get the information first before you can actually try to do projects. So basically, most of the grading will be based on 3 things. Let me just, we're going to have homeworks. Okay, basically you're going to have a homework for each one of these assignments. Basically, each one of these topics, you're going to have a homework on it. Okay, you're going to have a project, but it's not like a project you're going to implement something. Basically, if it has an implementation, it's going to be very minor. But basically, it's going to be like a research. You're going to research a topic and write a report. Okay, and this research report, for example, is going to reveal some new information for you. For example, when we talk about cybersecurity, I'm going to ask you to write a research report about a cyber attack on a medical facility, a particular cyber attack on a medical facility. Okay, so basically you're going to read about it and you're going to try to analyze it and basically report whatever you find. Okay, we're going to have a midterm exam. I'm going to have final exam. Okay, this is going to be likely 30%. This is going to be likely 20%, and this is going to be 20%, and this is going to be 30%. Okay. And regarding these two, by the way, they are open notes. Okay. Open notes meaning that for each topic you're allowed to bring your own notes. Like, for example, in each topic you're going to have from 1 to 2 papers. You write whatever you want on these 1 to 2 papers. So you summarize whatever you want in these 1 to 2 papers, just 2 pieces of paper, 2 A4 papers, okay? Back and forth, basically front and back. Basically write whatever you want or print whatever you want on them, okay? And bring them with you in the exam, okay? And these will be allowed, okay? And basically you have 1 to 2 papers per topic. So for example, if the midterm would contain, for example, 3 topics, then you're allowed to have 6 papers, whatever you have on these 6 papers, and basically take them with you in the exam, okay? The midterm and the final exam are going to be multiple choice questions and true-false questions, okay? These 2 types of questions mainly, okay? Some of the questions are going to be like design questions, like a very simple design question, or some, let me just put it instead of design, probably design is not a proper word, like a numerical problem. Okay, numerical problem, like I give you a certain problem and you compute some things using the equations you have in the lecture and basically get the answer. Okay, but I'm going to talk about the these 2 are going to be like 80% of the grade, and this numerical problem is going to be like 20%. Okay, about this, about 20%. Okay, so most of the questions are going to be multiple choice questions. These kinds of questions you're going to see in the homework. So basically, whatever you see in the homework, it's basically going to be very much like what you're going to see in the midterm and the final. Okay. Do you have any questions about the how the course will go? Do you have any suggestions?
Sorry, doctor.
For me, no, thanks.
So basically, yeah, I'm teaching this course from the perspective that most people who are, getting into this course have no prior information about medical informatics. I assume this is correct. Is this incorrect? That's why I'm taking this course as a basic course. Like I'm not, for example, starting with projects and basically going to design a medical informatics system and basically assume that you already know how its components are and how they interact with each other. I'm assuming that you don't have any information or any prior knowledge. So basically, I'm going to help you basically be ready if you want to have further research on this topic. You're going to be ready after this course. So basically, I'm going to focus on building the basically the foundation rather than basically maybe give you some ideas like in the research reports, basically ask you to do some investigations, but they are not going to be basically very deep. Okay, they are not going to end up with a prototype, for example. No, it's not just like analysis. Okay, it's not like synthesis. Synthesis is like design. I'm going to stop here with analysis. Analysis meaning that you're able to, when I tell you a situation, you can analyze it and basically determine its components. In order for you to proceed further, you have to basically learn how to do synthesis. Synthesis is design. This is a step higher. I'm going to stop with analysis actually in this course. Okay. If any of you has a background in medical informatics, then this course will be a little bit boring for you. Okay. I hope it's not going to be like that. And since this is a required course for biomedical engineering master students, basically, I don't want to make it more difficult than that. It should be actually a foundation for other courses or other research to come in your thesis or anything like that. Any suggestions or any comments?
Doctor,
Yes.
about the project, when we usually do the research report and when it will start it?
Basically, at least after each topic, I'm going to give you a small research report that is related to this topic. Okay, so maybe after we finish the first topic, you expect the first research project to be assigned. Okay, but usually you should expect a project every maybe 3 weeks. I'm talking about every 3 weeks. So you're going to likely have 4 projects, something like that, during the term. Okay.
And about the homeworks.
Homework is basically
when we'll have.
Yes, basically it's depending on the topics. Whenever we finish a topic, you're going to have a homework for each topic. Okay, so basically if you go back to the list of topics, basically here, basically you're going to have, this one has 1 homework, 2, 3. Sometimes I combine these 2 together, but it's fine. 4, 5, 6. We're going to have at least 6 homeworks. Okay, this one is it's not going to have a homework. Maybe it's going to have a research project, not a homework. For the network and cybersecurity, you're going to have homework. For the medical informatics standards, it might be a homework, but these 2 are combined together. Yeah, at least we're going to have 5 homeworks. Minimum is 5 homeworks. Okay. And basically, we can agree from now, if we're going to have 6 homeworks, I'm going to take the best 5 out of 6. Okay? I'm going to take the best 5 homeworks out of the 6 homeworks that you're going to submit. But please note that you have to submit the homeworks on time. Okay? If you submit late, basically, once the due date passes, everybody can actually check the answers and know which one is right and which one is wrong. So basically, whoever submits afterwards, it's not going to be fair to make his grades the same as the others who actually tried before they know the answer. Okay, so basically, you have to submit the homework before the deadline. Okay, and you have 1 homework to spare. Basically, you're going to have 6 homeworks, whatever, and basically there is 1 homework that basically, if you don't get a good grade in that homework, you're basically going to get. You're gonna still gonna be able to get the full mark in the homework.
And for the time for each homework is one week.
1 week, yes. So basically, after we finish the topic, you're going to have the homework assigned, and basically you're going to have 1 week after that so that you can submit. Okay. If you have any issues with the time, if you have any particular problem with time, something like that, let's discuss it together in the lecture before the deadline, and maybe you can extend the deadline. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay. I know that all of you probably are working, and basically you're going to have some times where you have basically you're busy at work or something like that, and you can make it, and basically for any reason like that. So let's discuss it before the deadline if you want to extend it, and maybe we can extend it. It shouldn't be a problem. The most important thing I wanted to focus, how many what?
Submission allowed it.
Usually it's 1 submission, but I make it 2 so that if you submit an incorrect submission, you can get you can do the correct submission afterwards. So it's just going to be like 2 submissions. It shouldn't be a problem. The homeworks are very easy because basically you're sitting at home, you have the material, you have everything. It's a way of basically helping you study the material. Okay. So the homeworks are not going to be a problem. They shouldn't be a problem, actually. They are going to be clear questions, and basically they are going to just bring to your attention some of the important points that you have to look at in the lectures. And that's it. They shouldn't be more than that. Okay, I need you to focus on the material. Just try to understand whatever we're saying. Don't worry about the grades. The grades, if you ever took a course with me before, you know that I usually give a lot of material. So basically you're going to get a lot of lectures, a lot of material in the lectures, but usually you get good grades at the end. And you have a lot of assignments. You're basically going to be a little bit overwhelmed by the number of books that you're going to see in this course. But actually, you're going to manage. You're going to actually find yourself doing well. Actually, after after the first topic or something like that, you're going to feel very comfortable actually with the course and how it's working, and it's not going to take much of your time, while actually allowing you to have very nice information that you can use practically in a lot of applications. Any questions? Any other inquiries about the course that we need to cover so that we can get started on Tuesday, inshallah? Okay, basically, I just want to say that the lectures are already on Blackboard. Okay, so inshallah, next time we're going to start with the electronic health records. Okay, and then as I was telling you, basically, I'm just going to jump to the cybersecurity and basically continue afterwards. Sometimes I give the cybersecurity and then the networking, because basically I just want to make sure that we cover these while you're not busy, basically. In the second half of the term, people actually are, usually get busy with projects from the other courses or whatever. So basically, I need to cover these. Basically, these I consider them the 2 most important topics that we are going to cover. So basically, sometimes I give the cybersecurity and the networking after the electronic health records. It's important to get that first so that you can get oriented to what you should have in a healthcare information system, so that when we talk about the cybersecurity or whatever, we can give applications in the electronic health records, because actually we need to basically connect whatever we're talking about to basically medical informatics. So when we talk about networking, just networking, basically you're probably not going to imagine what we're talking about, or basically the medical applications will not be clear in your mind. But when we have the electronic health records and we talk about some of the aspects of networking, we can give some examples that can make it closer to you, make the picture closer to you. Okay, you can imagine how you're going to use networking for electronic health records, and basically imagine the application of what we are going to talk about in these topics, in cybersecurity and networking. So basically, I suggest that whenever I start a topic, basically just download the lecture and basically follow me with the lecture, in the actual lecture. Okay. The lectures are going to be annotated like what I have here. Like I can basically write some things like put some lines or basically write some equations like this, for example. Okay. Basically, after the lecture, I will post the annotated lecture, the lecture that I basically annotate while doing the lecture. I'm going to post it for you so that if I put any information there, you don't have to write it down. Basically, it's going to be in the annotated lecture that you can download. Okay. And also, I would like to bring to your attention that the lectures on Blackboard are recorded. So whenever you need to go back and listen to a particular part of a particular lecture, you're going to find all these lectures in the recording section of Virtual Classroom Ultra. Okay, whenever you open the Blackboard page of this course, you're going to find the place for the Virtual Classroom Ultra, and basically instead of going to the lectures, you just go to recording, and you're going to find the recordings for all the lectures, basically, all the previous lectures. Okay, so that you can go back and basically check them if you want. Okay. Any questions?
Dr. Ali, I sent link of WhatsApp group. I think there are 3 students didn't attend.
Okay, that's fine. I think what we said today is not going to be basically affect them because basically we didn't change the lecture time. So as long as you were able to register this course, this time should be suitable for them. Okay, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, but if you agree and want to change it to another time, I'm still fine. Okay, so basically you discuss it and let me know next lecture. Okay. But let's whenever we change something, we're not going to change it before the lecture. Basically, we agreed today that we're going to have a lecture on Tuesday at 6:30. We're going to have that lecture. If you want to change something, let me know in the lecture, and we're going to discuss this and basically arrange the following lecture to be in the new time. Okay? Because we have to arrange the meeting time on Blackboard, so that we don't want to have any confusion for the students. Okay. So the lecture is going to be there. They can actually go back and read or basically look at the video for this lecture, the recording for this lecture, and know exactly what we said. And basically, let us know next time if you have any problem. Okay. But next time, inshallah, we're going to start. The lecture will be virtual. It's going to start at 6:30. And basically going to start on the electronic health records. Is that okay? Okay. So now I think we have eight students. We have 8 people here. I'm one of them. So basically, only one is missing. Only one student is missing. Only just one. Because basically, we have 7 students attending right now. Okay. So only one student is missing. So basically, I think you can get in touch with him, or basically he should be able to go to Blackboard and look at the recording and basically know that we agreed on the same lecture time. And basically the link will be there also for next lecture, so it shouldn't be a problem, inshallah. Okay.
Inshallah.
Okay. And I was telling you, because we have Reno, basically we have to keep the language of instruction as English. If you want to ask a question in Arabic, that's fine. You can ask in Arabic, and basically I'm going to answer you and then translate everything to English. Okay, so that if you feel more comfortable asking in Arabic, it's fine. Okay, so don't worry about it. If you have a problem asking in English, just ask in Arabic. It's fine. Okay. Okay, so then I'll see you inshallah on Tuesday at 6:30. You're gonna find the link already on, right now it's present right now on Blackboard, and basically it's gonna be there every week, okay? So basically you're not gonna receive it from me as a guest link. You're going to find it on Blackboard and just click on it and get into the lecture on time, inshallah, okay? So I'll see you inshallah on Tuesday. Thank you, and Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام. Thank you, Rafa.